I want to talk to the AI pessimists here, the people that don't believe in AI and they don't buy into the hype, right, of artificial general intelligence, AI becoming much smarter than us. And it's easy to just dismiss that hype because I was exactly the same just a few months ago. A few months ago, right, all I did was basically use ChatGPT. And when we use ChatGPT, we see that the responses we get, they sound good, but very often they're just trash, right? It's just hallucinated data. In the end, we have to use Google to verify everything. Is it really that useful? And is all of this infrastructure spend that we have on the data centers? That was my stance a few months ago, but that has completely changed. At the beginning of March of this year was the first time I used Claude code. Now, I've got a programming background, so I studied business and finance, and then I worked in the IT field for a while. I programmed websites, I programmed backend systems, and I know how much effort it takes to build something. And so I tried out Claude Code because everybody talked about it, and I was absolutely blown away. I personally stopped programming after launching this YouTube channel here because it just takes too much time. And I had a guy on the payroll that I paid by the hour to do some website changes, etc. Once I used Claude Code, I didn't need that programmer anymore. I just prompted Claude Code and it did everything that I wanted almost perfectly, potentially even better than my programmer did in, of course, a much shorter period of time for much less cost. Programming became now so simple and so easy and so fast and so cheap that I program way more things now, all the ideas that I have than I used to. For example, there's now this backtesting platform, right? We can backtest various indicators on Bitcoin strategy. But I also built a lot of internal tools. For example, this short over here will get some captions. They are all AI generated. Or the publishing to the different platforms, right? LinkedIn and Instagram and YouTube Shorts, etc. also happens 100% automatic now. I don't have to touch anything. And that's all with programs that I've made with Claude Code in just a few minutes. My own workflow became much more efficient. I have another internal tool that gives me all the recently discussed cryptocurrencies with their news, etc. It aggregates everything much nicer than other websites would. There's just so much value add for just $200 a month. And this is not an advertising for you to use now Claude Code, etc. But it's just giving a bit of an insight that AI has really arrived. It now really provides the value that it always promised. ChatGPT is trash, but AI coding is absolute gold. And I understand how it can be problematic in very big systems or in systems that are super mission critical. If a small bug appears, that then huge economic losses might come from those bugs. That's of course problematic, but for internal tools or for tools that don't need to scale much, Claude Code is absolutely sufficient, and the vast majority of programming is just those smaller projects. People don't always program on those massive multi-million user traffic websites. And so I make this video just to encourage you to potentially try this out. There's also simpler tools. There's, for example, Base 44. You don't have to install anything for that. You just prompt your idea and you get your application out. Claude Code is of course the most advanced if you need more integrations, etc. If you have a bit of programming knowledge, if you know what GitHub is, if you know what testing is, if you know a little bit about front and back end separation, if you know those kinds of concepts, then you're already good to go to use Claude Code. But if you don't like programming at all, there are tools, if you just can imagine a software product that you can use. Base 44, for example, is a nice entry. And it's really, really important to learn this stuff because, again, I have automated so many things in my own business with that, and everybody can automate many processes using AI coding. It's really super useful. The people that are not going to adopt AI coding are definitely going to fall behind. The entire IT coding industry has been flipped on its head. We definitely don't need that many people for the amount of features. We will simply see a feature explosion, an explosion of software. Everybody is going to write their own software, at least the people that are curious enough and that are interested in automating their own work. So really, don't wait anymore. This is not just hype. There is real value in AI right now.